Mr. Speaker, we owe Americans a safe transportation system, and drivers need to know that their cars are safe. They shouldn't have to worry about a faulty accelerator propelling them at speeds of 100 miles an hour as they drive to work or pick up their children from soccer practice. None of us should be concerned about a faulty switch turning off power steering or our brakes or our airbags. Tragically, as recent news reports and congressional investigations have shown, Americans are justifiably worried, and the cost of inadequate safety oversight are real. My friend and senior Senator Richard Blumenthal shared the following story with me. A woman from Fairfield County was driving one of the recently recalled car models on a major highway. She wound up under a freight dump truck, and her airbags failed to deploy. Her head hit the steering wheel, and she was knocked unconscious. 9 months and 2 surgeries later, she still suffers from post-concussion syndrome. And in her own words, she had to move back home, giving up the dream she had been pursuing. Mr. Speaker, the free market won't protect consumers by itself. We have learned that from over decades, that consumer safety depends not only on our automakers, but also on our Department of Transportation having the resources to conduct investigations and enforce our recall system. I'm a mother of 3 children, all of them young drivers, and I know how important product safety oversight can be to keeping our children safe. In fact, just before coming on the floor this afternoon, I learned that 2 school buses in my district were involved in a multi-vehicle accident, sending dozens of students to the hospital. I also know oversight won't save lives unless we provide investigators the resources they need to keep our vehicles safe. We can do better. We must do better. And do you know why? We need to save lives. Unfortunately, the bill before us today provides millions less than the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has requested for operations and research. My motion to recommit adds $5 million for the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's Vehicle Safety Enforcement Program. This amendment would not add 1 penny to the deficit. Mr. Speaker, it shouldn't take a record settlement after years of litigation to bring some small measure of closure to victims and their families following a preventable defect, nor should it take 10 years to issue a recall once a major problem is discovered. Whatever your position is on the underlying bill, I ask you to support my amendment in the name of common sense. I ask you to support this proposal in the name of auto dealers in my state and in yours who have reported difficulty getting replacement parts that are desperately needed for these recalls. I ask for your support on behalf of the thousands of Connecticut car owners and millions across this country affected by recent recalls. Safety is and should be a bipartisan issue. We can do better. We should do better. We must do better. I ask for your support as someone who believes that we can write better legislation without spending more money. Let's do the right thing. Let's do the reasonable thing. I ask all House members to join me to vote for this motion, and I yield back the balance of my time.